Hello.
Hello, Becca. Given the name of this podcast, I thought we could do a little for like our opener, a series of agree or disagree statements.
All right.
So we're just gonna do five, and we're gonna all say it, and then I'll count us down, and then we'll either agree or disagree, and then discuss.
All right.
Okay.
Is there a
Statement number
name
one.
for this segment?
Yep. Agree or disagree.
Oh,
Yeah. Right. Statement number one. The Judge is the most underrated 21 Pilots song.
the most,
Yep.
capital the most.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to. Hmm, well,
Well, just tell me when you're ready. And then,
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
okay,
Do we just
three.
thumbs up, thumbs down?
Yeah, three, two, one.
Disagree.
Yeah, I don't think it's the most. Is it
It,
underrated? Probably.
I like it a lot, especially because that's when I can play the whole song on the ukulele. So be doing that all the time.
What's more underrated than The Judge?
The first thing that I thought of when you said that was glowing eyes, which has to be underrated because it's on regional at best, so
Mm,
automatically underrated.
yeah. I
But
think Lane Boy. Lane
Lane
Boy.
Boy is a good one. Lane Boy is interesting because like I think you like it a lot more because of the concerts. You want it to be like just going crazy. I like it, but I've never been there when they just be going crazy.
Oh, you
Or
have been there once.
yeah, but I wasn't there. I wasn't. I wasn't there. There.
Yeah.
There was
Okay.
one time we were listening to that song in this one lane road. They had a sign that said "Stay in your lane," and right when he said it, it was crazy. I think about that a lot. We were literally in the middle of nowhere. There were no signs for hours.
Hmm.
Just that one sign in the middle of nowhere.
I love that for you. All right, next. Phantom is objectively the best musical.
Give me a moment. Objectively, the best.
Objectively the best.
I have an answer.
Okay. Three, two, one. Oh, disagree.
Here's why. I don't. Not because I don't think it's the best, which I do love it. It's a good one. But I don't think you could say it's objectively the best, you know?
Why?
Because, like, there's so many subjective elements to choosing the best, especially with something like a Broadway show. Because in my head, I thought of, oh, well, if I asked some Joe on the street, he'd probably say, like, Wicked or something. But I don't like Wicked as much as I like Phantom. But like I don't know. My problem with the reason I disagree is not because I don't like it, it's because I don't think that it's objective or could be.
Okay. I think it is because I think the music is above the other ones. The onstage performance is above the
That's
other ones.
an element I'm missing. I've never
Yeah.
seen it live.
The story is above a lot of them. So I think as a collective whole, objectively, it is the best musical.
Okay.
All right, next up, The Winner Takes It All is perfectly rated. Not underrated or overrated, it's perfectly rated
By the public or by me or
by
by
the public.
us?
The public.
Do you mean the song as like the all of the iterations of the song or specifically the one in Mamma Mia as it's played in Mamma Mia?
I was thinking Mamma Mia when I wrote this.
Okay, I have an answer.
Okay, three, two, one. Both disagree, but I want to hear why. Because I'm kind of like this, like semi agree, semi disagree. Mostly disagree though, which is why I said disagree.
Here's why I said this. Because when I've asked people who like Mamma Mia about the song, they're like, no, yeah, it's amazing. It's underrated. It's this, whatever. I've never met someone who, when, like, well, someone else who's, I've never been like talking about Mamma Mia and then they thought it was terrible, like someone else. But like, if everybody thinks it's that great, then it is overrated. Because I think it's a good song, and in my mind, it's underrated. But have I ever met somebody who didn't like it? Who wasn't who was like who liked Mamma Mia? I'm not sure. I have a friend who loves that song. That's like her favorite song ever.
Mm.
But
I said disagree because ultimately I think it's talked about like not as much as the other ones, but the song is as good as the other ones, if
mm,
not better, depending on the
okay,
song.
well,
But
we're in agreement.
how many was that? Three? All right, we'll do two
So I'm
more. World War Z is the best zombie movie.
trying to think if I've seen another zombie movie.
Warm Bodies, um, I Am Legend.
Oh, I have seen I Am Legend.
Mm.
Okay, I got an answer.
Okay, three, two, one. Yeah, we both agree. It is a good zombie movie.
I Am Legend. I didn't even think about that one. That one we own. It's another movie I've only seen the alternate ending. I've never seen the original, and I wonder if that changes how much I like it.
I don't think it will. Um, I
It's a
think
good
World
movie
War
though.
Z is just like the zombies are scary. It has a good reasoning, like a good ending, like it all makes sense in 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 the sense that if we're believing the zombies could be real, it makes sense. It captures you. It's suspenseful. The zombies look good. I think it's
There's
the best.
a bit at the beginning where Brad Pitt's character is like just being normal, and it's like every time I watch it, I'm like, I can't imagine him just being normal. Like that doesn't. It always just seems so off to me, but I'm like, I don't know what about it seems so off.
Okay.
He's just like a dad. He's like making sandwich for his kids or something, and I'm like, this is so crazy.
Brad Pitt can't be normal.
No, I guess not.
Is he never normal in anything else you've seen him in?
Like what? My thought was like, oh, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, he pretends to be normal, but he's not like normal. He's not like
I guess.
he's a
Sure.
bitch. He's just weirdos and like action guys in every movie.
Okay. All right, last one. They shouldn't play new music at concerts.
Um, okay, I have an answer.
All right, three, two, one.
I know you agree with this one,
I
and
agree with this
I
statement.
disagree for two reasons. Number one, sometimes when they play new music, it's before it's released. And I have had this happen to me, and then I'm like, I'm the first person, the first audience listening to this song, and I like that. Although I will say, for all the songs that have happened to me, I didn't actually like the song, but I did get to hear them first. And the second thing is like, when you play new music, I've gone to concerts where I don't know all the songs. And then I like the songs more because of the concert, which is a good like advertising method for the musician. So if they play a song, or you new song, then you're like, I'm so excited for this concert. Then you like the song more.
I see what you're saying with like you like the song more, but then if you've never heard and like a lot of their songs, that just applies to all of their songs.
Yeah,
So,
that's what I'm saying. If I've never heard the song before and then I like it and I like it more because because I was there.
Yeah, but
Like,
that has nothing to do with it being new music, like
yeah, you never
unreleased.
heard it.
No, it has nothing to do with it being unreleased. It has everything to do with you not knowing all of their songs.
Yeah, but let's
If
say
you go to,
if I'm a diehard fan, right? And they're playing a new song, now I've not heard the song. Like, I feel like
yes,
it's
I
a
know.
waste of
Okay,
time.
so this is my point.
I know why you disagree.
If you're a diehard fan and you know all their music and they play a song you don't know, you can't sing along. You can't you can't vibe as well as you could have if you know the song. If you are a diehard fan, you're there for the music that you love. I don't know this. I don't know this. I can't sing along. You just stand there awkwardly for 3 minutes.
I agree with that. I think that there's no jamming at that point.
Yeah.
Like, you're at a concert, everyone's jamming. They play, we're gonna play this song. Ah. Nobody's jamming. People are
Brings the vibe
recording,
down.
maybe. The vibe does go down. That's why I think a new song is good if it's like a slower song. Because I generally dislike slower songs at concerts, mostly because I just tend to dislike the slower song by those people, the kind of people that would that playing a slower song would bring the vibe down. They're usually not as good in my opinion. So if it's a new song, they could be like, oh, that takes the place of the slow song. They're not gonna play another slow song. It's good for me.
Yep.
You get my logic?
I mean, I disagree, but whatever.
This is interesting that you chose to do this little exercise because we disagree so much in real life. And on this when we record, we agree almost all the time. And it's so weird.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was the end of my agree disagree segment. So, do you want to tell us what we're talking about today?
Um, the Star Wars. Still on Star Wars. We're watching. It's number 9. What is it called? The
You
Last Jedi.
literally
No. The Rise of Skywalker.
The Rise of Skywalker. Becca literally just finished watching it and she couldn't remember what it's
Seriously,
called.
I was like, well, it doesn't matter. The title is stupid. But would you like? Okay, I hated this movie. I can say with a certainty, it is the worst Star Wars content I've ever consumed.
More than last movie?
Yeah, yeah.
That's crazy.
You disagree? Whatever.
Well,
We'll do our recap. Talk more. I have never taken notes at a movie, just like generally, but like even for the pod. Look how many notes I have.
I cannot wait to hear all of them. But of course, first, Becca, you gotta give us a little rundown.
Here's point number one. The the movie is so confusing to watch for
No, no,
me.
no, Becca, you gotta
Well,
tell us what happened.
that I'm telling you that I will probably do a terrible retelling. Last
Okay.
movie I did an awesome retelling or like an accurate retelling. This movie will be bad. It will not. There's no way it will connect. Here's the movie to my knowledge. And I literally just watched this movie. Like if we finished it and we started this. No, I finished it. I had made a sandwich and then we started it. But here's the movie. It cuts off from how did the last one end? Whatever. We begin Star Wars. It shows you the 3 little paragraphs. The very first paragraph is like Palpatine's alive. He's been chattering. How does that? I don't understand how that happens. You can just talk to the whole galaxy? Not sure. That is the very first paragraph. Is a worldwide message went out that Palpatine's alive. You can't track these things? Whatever. What I'm retelling the story. We're not getting into the whatever. Palpatine's alive. Kylo Ren is in charge. He's looking for Palpatine to kill him too, so he can be in charge. Um, the Resistance is looking for him to kill him so that he won't be in charge. Sounds good so far. We open. I'm sure it's a fight scene, but I can't actually remember it at all. Um, we go into. There's Leia. They're at the Resistance. There's Leia somewhere. Um, I remember because I wrote something about her, but I don't actually remember what they were doing. Skip a few. They are looking for Palpatine. They get a guy. Hey, Palpatine's real. Hey, we're looking for a guy. Rey is training to be a Jedi from Leia, who is not a Jedi. Who, but hold on. She goes, I know Luke. I know where Palpatine is. Luke told me that he was studying this planet of like the Siths? Question mark. When was Luke doing any of this? When was Luke telling her any of this? Whatever. We what is it? They're trying to find the planet, whatever. They go to find the planet, whatever, and they say, "Oh, the only way to find the planet, whatever, is by using this Sith Wayfinder. There's two of them ever, because nobody's been to this mysterious planet. We have to find the Wayfinder. Who has the Wayfinder? That's where they went to go look for the guy who had the Wayfinder. They go to the last place of the guy. They fall through a sand pit. They go to some tunnels. What happens? They're in some tunnels. I don't remember how they get out of the tunnels.
C-3PO.
Yeah, they find a knife. C-3PO reads the knife. Is that how they get out of the tunnels? Is C-3PO?
Uh, I don't remember them getting out
No,
of the
okay.
tunnels.
They find a knife. Secret Jedi knife. Has some secret writing. C-3PO's like, yeah, I can read that, but not for you. Because the Senate passed a law 50 years ago that says I can't read it for you. Even though is Palpatine not has been in control of the Senate since Anakin Skywalker? Why is it outlawed to read Sith when the Sith is in charge? Not sure. Also, didn't isn't C-3PO made by Anakin? This also whatever. I'm not talking about that. We're just doing the recap. Um, they get out of the hole. What do they even do next? They're looking for a guy to decode the thing because C-3PO won't tell them what it is. They go to look for a guy to decode the thing. Do they find a guy? I don't think they do.
I went to Babu Frick.
Yes. No, but he didn't know how to read it. They go, we don't know how to read it, but we can crack open C-3PO's 3C-3PO's head. They go to Babu, who I enjoy him as a little man. He's very Star Wars quality. Cracks his head open. He's like, I can do this, but it will lose all of his memories. And they're like, oh, okay. Which like, that's fine. Well, they have like one piece of argument over it, and then they're like, yeah, whatever. They do it, it works, tells them that I don't even remember what it says. It's like look for the whatever. Tell knife finds the way. This whatever. I don't even remember what it says because it doesn't matter. The whole movie doesn't matter. We were I don't know where they go from here. I don't remember at all. They Chewbacca gets captured. Rey in this movie walks away so many times. I have one of the notes I wrote down called it says the rise of Rey walking away during pivotal moments. That's exactly what I oh look. The rise of Rey walking away for no reason during pivotal moments of battle is my exact note I wrote down. She just walks away. And they're like, where are you going? And she's like, whatever. She walked away to go look at something. Chewbacca follows her, gets kidnapped by the First Order. She catches the ship in what is it, Kylo Ren? Oh my gosh, we're skipping some parts. Kylo Ren, she rocks out onto the street, into the street, and Kylo Ren is in his little pointy TIE fighter and flies directly in front of her. Doesn't shoot at her, just flies to what was he trying to do? He flies directly in front of her. She does a little backflip, cuts the TIE fighter in half, what was I don't understand what he was trying to do, but she cuts the TIE fighter in half. They have a force battle over the thing that has Chewbacca in it. She zappity zaps the the ship. Goes kaboom. She's sad. Ah, I killed Chewbacca. They run back in. We have to leave. Ah, we leave. They go somewhere. I don't remember where they go or why. Skip ahead, skip ahead. They are looking for the triangle. She goes into like this force something to go find the triangle. We found the triangle. I'm skipping way ahead. What is even happening?
They go to the where the Death Star had fallen.
Is that what that was? They go to this planet.
I'm pretty sure
The
that's what it
what
was.
it was, maybe I don't know.
It it looked
Finn
exactly like the Death Star.
Finn meets yeah, this lady who like rides horses. Ray walks away again. In the middle of them actively solving the problem, she creates her own problem by walking away into the storm. Uh, she flies on the ship or sails on the ship, gets inside, finds a triangle. Boom! Kylo Ren is there. He's actually there. He's really there this time. He's been like half there sometimes. He's really there this time. They have a fight. I don't remember what happens. He smooshes the triangle. Yeah, she takes his plane, has a triangle in it. Skipping ahead, she goes to the place Luke was at. Luke is like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "I'm doing exactly what you were doing." He's like, "That's stupid. Why would you ever follow in my footsteps? You have a triangle. It's in the cart." That's fine. Whatever. They She takes the triangle. They go to the planet. I feel I've got to be skipping ahead. They can't be this far already. This was a long movie. She takes a triangle. She goes through. She signals beep 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 to the resistance. Hey, follow my course. I'm gonna go head to the triangle. She doesn't tell him actually anything. She just sends her the location, and everyone's like, she must be going to the triangle. Follow her. And so they send the whole resistance through the same way she goes. She gets there. She gets there. She gets there. Okay, she gets there. She walks into this like arena area. Palpatine, he's there. He's alive. He's hooked up onto this giant. Have you seen Dune?
No.
Okay, whatever. He's hooked up to this giant arm, mechanical arm thing, which could have I. That's actually wasted potential right there. That could have been way scary, but wasn't. There's so many people there. Magic. I don't know if they're magic people. They use like black, so maybe they're people. Maybe they're magic. I'm not sure because supposedly I feel like there's a lot of people who know where this planet are for a planet that no one's ever been to. But it's whatever. She gets there. It's Palpatine. Palpatine's like, "Hey, you're a Palpatine. Your parents are." Oh, that's what happened in the fight with Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren's like, "You're a Palpatine." She gets there. She's like, "Oh, my granddaughter. I wasn't trying to kill you. I was trying to find you so you could kill me." Confusing. Um, he's like, "Yes, kill me. Accept your destiny. You're a Sith." And she's like, "I don't hate you." Uh, there's a lot of her not saying stuff for a long while. There's okay, the rest of the fleet comes in. Palpatine has a ghost fleet of they're star killers, but they're really Death Stars, and there's like a bajillion of them. Who's flying them? The magic mystery people. I'm assuming. Who is there? Who the rebellion comes? They're like, we gotta kill the Star Destroyers that are Death Stars because they're Death Stars, and we can destroy them because they're small enough. except for there's a million of them and only like 10 rebel guys, so they all get swamped. Cut back to Ray. Uh, cut to Kylo Ren. He's back at the place he got left. He's upset about his dad. He's upset about his mom dies. Just like dies. Nothing happened. She's just dead. He's upset about that. Uh, uh, Harrison Ford comes with Han Solo, and he's like, "Hey, bub, you're good. Be good." He's like, "Okay." So he be's good, and he flies to the Palpatine land. Uh, he finds he goes to where Rey is. No, he doesn't get there. He fights a lot of people first. Then it cuts back to the battle. In the battle, they're losing. Oh no, we're not losing. All of the every normal people have come. Lando Calrissian and all of his chumps. Because he was, I feel like I skipped a bit. He was in there before that. He's been in this movie at least 2 times before he comes at this point. Whatever. Um, they saved the day. We're destroying the Death Star fleet. Kylo Ren is fighting all these guys. Threw away his lightsaber, so he's got a gun. This part, I do think Rey is now fighting some people. Kylo Ren's now fighting some people. They have this magic, like, can kind of like grab things where other people are things going on here. So he gets a lightsaber. Some beans spill out onto the floor. Gets rid of those guys. Come back in. Palpatine zaps him across the floor. Oh no, wait, pause. He zaps both of them. He's like, "Do you want to join me? I just suck the life out of you so I could be forever young." Um, and okay, hold on, pause. Kylo Ren described Kylo Ren described this force thing going on between him and Rey, and I wrote notes about it. I was like, "What's going on?" And then when they brought it up again, when the two of them were there, I was like, "I've never heard of this," even though they had to have talked about it. They talked about it previously in the movie because I wrote a note about it. But like when it happened again, I was like, "What are they talking about?" Magic force thing? Two people is one, or two lives for one life? So, magic force twins. I'm not sure. Uh, what's going on here? Rey has inherited Palpatine's powers. Are force qualities inherited? I feel like most Jedi and most Sith they don't have kids, so we don't know. But like the ones, okay, but Anakin's kids are like magic because he's like midichlorian, so they're midichlorian. But Palpatine's kids ain't, and his Rey's parents aren't Jedi and they're not Sith. So is it inherited? What gets it? That seems like stupid. That seems any force abilities to be inherited should be stupid because it's like the force is in everybody.
Okay.
But
Okay.
that also solidifies my thing that like Anakin's dad was the Force, so he's more Force than everybody else. That makes sense to me. He's like
Mm-hmm.
everyone else's Force was for the Force. Whatever, whatever. She's got Palpatine's powers. Palpatine single-handedly zaps the entire rebellion fleet from the ground. While this happens, Rey has like a magic dream of something. I don't remember this part. Um, they get they're on the floor. Palpatine be zapping them. Something happens that he stops. I don't remember. I don't remember. Um,
Ray
what does
gets up
happen?
and fights him.
Oh, okay. So she gets up, starts fighting him. This is when Kylo Ren gets fell through the floor by Palpatine. He falls to the floor. She kills Palpatine, I believe. I think so. I'm pretty sure. I think that's what happens. And the The Rebel fleet's fine. The Death Star's been destroyed. All those guys are fine. Chewbacca was fine, by the way. He was on a different ship. Oh! What's his face? The second in command to Kylo Ren is a spy. I hate that. Every they're like, wow, someone's a spy. Someone told them where Palpatine was. That's stupid. That's awful. And he's not like a spy because he's a good guy. He's a spy because he wants Kylo to lose. That's not the way to do it. Terrible. I have a note. One of the like best parts of the movie is when he helps. Oh, they were on a ship. Finn goes to a ship to go stop the ships from shipping. I'm not sure. And he helps them, and it comes back, and they're like, "Oh no, they escaped." And he's like, "Oh, killed you. Shit, found your spy." That part's good. The rest of the movie is bad. Every single part. I have one
I
line
I agree
that I
that
like.
Hux being the spy makes no sense.
Yeah. Okay, skipping ahead, skipping ahead. What
Mhm.
happens? They're forced high fiving or something. Palpatine dies? Question mark? I don't remember this part, but it's whatever. Rey falls to the ground dead. What killed her? I'm not sure. She didn't get hit by lightning. She was holding it back with a lightsaber. So what killed her? I'm not sure. Oh, she can do like force healing. I guess no one told Anakin about that, but uh, she can do force healing. Uh, skip ahead, skip ahead. Kylo Ren, giant fist. He pulls himself out of the hole. Um, he like hugs, keys, saves her life, dies. Um, Ray flies back. Everyone's alive. Well, no. Yeah, the end of the movie. The No More Empire, which they actually didn't. Okay, Palpatine. When they find out he's alive, every single person in the scene, and I hate this scene, by the way. This was probably the worst scene of the whole movie when they're talking about him being alive. For so many reasons, it's the worst scene. But he comes back on, and they're like, it must have been him the whole time, being in charge of everything. Repeatedly throughout the whole movie, they have it. They say it almost verbatim more than 5 times. If almost I said verbatim, but then I don't actually have the whole line. The line is like, if this fails, like it's all for nothing. Like if this plan doesn't work, everything's squat. Like I'm like, you've actually by killing Palpatine, have accomplished pretty much nothing. Like I feel like there was no Palpatine a few weeks ago, a few days ago. There's no Palpatine now. Kylo Ren is good, but that you guys didn't do any of that. That was him. So what? I don't know. Yeah, whatever. They have a dance party. Chewbacca gets yet another medal. What else happens? Oh, Leia was a Jedi. Some point. They do a little CGI. It looks like this happened between the fifth and sixth movie. Like that's when their faces look like, but that can't be. That has to be after six. He's not even a Jedi Knight between the whatever. How many Force tricks do you have to know to become a Jedi? Because Rey can do a whole lot of stuff, but throughout the whole movie, they're talking about how she's not a Jedi yet, even though she can do a whole lot of stuff that even Luke couldn't. Like, I don't even know. Whatever. And like I feel like when you're like a Padawan, you're a Jedi. You're not a Jedi Knight, maybe. You're not a Jedi Master, but you're a Jedi, right? They're like she's not even a Jedi. And she's like actively healing things and magicking things and lightninging things, whatever. She takes both Luke and Leia. It's not Luke's. It's Anakin and Leia's lightsaber. Wraps them up. Goes back to Tatooine, which I get why they go back. Back where this whole thing all started. What didn't, but like back when this thing all started, goes back to the house, buries the light, force buries them. She like, I hate that's weird, but and then the movie ends. I think it ends there. Oh, C-3PO gets his memories back because R2-D2 regularly keeps them. It's whatever. But yeah, I have so many thoughts about this movie, but
Well, I'll go through
I would
mine.
love to hear yours. Yeah.
I'll go through mine because I know you have more. So I would start off by saying that the opening scene of this movie is the coolest that Kylo Ren has ever looked. It's Becca's looking at me like I don't remember the opening scene. It's the
No, I now that I had to think about it, but I do remember this, and I would say
Kylo in the
concur.
forest fighting, just fighting guys. Coolest he has ever looked. Love that scene. But I agree, like all like so like it's stated that Kylo is trying to find and kill Palpatine. Why does he care? Why does he care? Palpatine has been a nobody. So he's already like in charge. Okay? Okay. I don't think we needed the whole side quest with Poe's girlfriend character. I get they needed to go find Babu Frick, but like they didn't need I don't know if they needed the whole side quest
I have
for that.
several notes, at least a handful of notes about them, but the only one that matters is I wrote Miguel O'Hara x Daft Punk, and I think that's all I wrote about them specifically.
Okay.
I don't like it, and we don't need it, but also I don't like it, and also, yeah, I agree.
I do also like Babu Frick. He's a good little Star Wars guy. But again, one of my biggest pet peeves is in this movie. I'm gonna say it falls under this category because C-3PO, as we know him, effectively dies. Because he loses all of his memories. But then they get him back. So what was the point of that? What was the point? We lost all the stakes with him losing his memory.
One of my notes says the rise of writers who don't know how to keep people alive or dead. There were a lot of alternate titles I have written in these notes.
Yeah, I'd love to hear all those after the end.
I wrote a
But
lot of them and deleted them, but I have still
it,
some of them.
on a positive note, something that I think you'll be thrilled. We finally see the Knights of Ren.
Yeah, still don't know what they are, but
I think
they're
it's just like
there.
their henchmen. They're got his
When
guys.
they come through the very first time, are they seen elsewhere? I don't know. They come through. They're walking through a hallway. The other guys are like, "The Knights of Ren. They're ghosts or phantoms or whatever. Something spooky." I don't understand. They know
Yeah,
that. Do they come back? Are they there more than that one time? I don't
I
remember.
don't think so. Another negative, I think Ray's qu parents pose more questions than answers.
Yeah, I okay. 1,000,000% they were not planning this. Even when the next movie came out, for sure not 2 movies ago.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like 1,000,000. There's a bit where they're fighting, and he's like, "I would never lie to you. I've never lied to you. Your parents were nobodies. The nobodies, but also children of Palpatine. Well, at least one child of Palpatine. They
Yeah,
were
like when did
nobodies.
Palpatine have a kid? When did that happen?
They were nobodies to protect you. Oh, they sold you for drinking money. What? I don't know about the no lying part.
Yeah. Um, okay, and then the ending, I think that the the showdown at the end wasn't big enough to be the ending of this three movie sequel trilogy. It just didn't feel enough. But I did like the little moment. You know, I love a cameo. I liked hearing all of the Jedi before Rey, their voices. But other than that, the fight was lacking, especially between Rey and Palpatine. It felt very reminiscent of I'm pointing my wand at you as hard as I can.
The one note I wrote when they right as they were doing all the voices, it's quote, "Let's do a few more callbacks. I thought we were missing a few." Is exactly what I wrote.
Yeah, yeah. Um, and before I get onto my biggest one, I'll just say, um, little mention here. Speaking of cameos, speaking of callbacks, um, Mr. Dom Monahan is in this movie.
I wrote, yeah, I mentioned this multiple times, and every time I was like,
It's the guy.
He's only got like 6 lines,
It's
but
because J.J. Abrams did Lost, and so there's actually quite a few cast members from Lost in these shows, but Dom Monahan is the most recognizable. So
yeah,
I noted it down in like the past movies where I was like, oh, he's in Lost. Oh, they're in Lost. But then I was like, I'll just wait to bring it up when she sees Dom Monahan because he's gonna be the only one she recognizes.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, on to my biggest problem with this movie. You know I love a romance.
Yeah.
However, the romance between Kylo Ren and Rey does not make any sense. Okay?
Agree.
They did not, for them to just be in love and like kiss at the end of this movie, he literally gives her all of his life force, dies for Rey because of this connection that they have. One, the connection only makes sense if they were in love because then it's like the force connecting them through love or whatever. However, they were not setting up the love relationship side until the kiss, which makes zero sense. You have to set these things up and play them out. The kiss made zero sense. It came out of nowhere. And just like, I hated it.
I agree. I feel like okay, so the first movie I was like, oh, they could go in this direction. It was just like middle. Then they're like, oh, you are connected because someone you're fit like Snoke put your minds together to make you hate each other. That's what the purpose of it was. And then oh, Palpatine put your minds together to make you hate each other. And then it's whatever. Then turns out none of that's true. You guys are like force buddies, and also just happen. But you're not. But it's like didn't enjoy it. It would have made more sense for a hug at the end because they're like, oh, we did it. But
Yeah. A kiss? Zero sense. Didn't like it. No, no, no,
yeah,
no, no, no. Do you think though, we talked a little bit about how the descendants of Anakin are more Force than other people. Do you think the babies of Kylo Ren and Rey would be mega super powerful if they're descendants of Anakin and Palpatine?
I don't want them to be. But if there was a 10th movie, that's for sure what would happen. It'd be this like God baby destroys the
Mm.
world. Okay. Here's the thing though. Anakin, 100% midichlorian. No, 50% midichlorian. Luke, 25%. Ben, 1/8. I think that's diluted enough. I think that's regular Jedi levels. So if you go
Okay.
more, I feel like that's regular. But that doesn't make sense for Palpatine's powers to be inherited if he's not more force than anybody.
Also, with Rey being Palpatine's granddaughter, um, the timeline doesn't make sense. Because
What do you mean?
Palpatine was an old guy when Anakin had Luke.
I
Okay?
think that because it's granddaughter, not like. Oh wait, shouldn't it be? Wait, no,
It
that's
should
not
be
that.
it should be great, shouldn't it?
God, that's what I was thinking. I was like, oh, it
Son,
makes sense because
grandson.
because for it, let's okay. Ben is this, and then Leia, and then Anakin, and then like Palpatine is already one generation ahead.
Yeah,
So that
that's
would
what I'm
be.
saying.
You're right. It's great unless all of his kids were like really old when they had
So
kids.
like when did he have a kid? He had to have a kid when he was like quote unquote dead.
Yeah.
I don't know about this.
Great granddaughter.
Yeah. And I I'll, I'll bring it up just so that you can then get into your bits, but I made a note when we did The Force Awakens, and it was when Leia hugged Rey, and you made a comment that said the hug was meant to be like she was a Skywalker, but she's not. And this
Yeah.
movie, the biggest controversy of this movie is at the end, Rey says she's a Skywalker.
What do I have written? Oh, I thought I had wrote notes. I just wrote that's a little dumb. Okay. Okay. This is probably the only thing that is true for all three movies is that she wants to be a Skywalker. That's her
Mm,
whole deal. She
mm.
wants it so bad. But she's not. Is okay, question. At the very end, she sees Luke and Leia, right? This is fine. She's a Jedi. She can see whatever Jedi ghost she wants. She's now visiting uh Luke's old home. Only Luke has lived there, and I guess well, it Anakin's mom was there for a little bit. Whatever. She goes there. As a point, it's supposed to be like, oh, where this all started, which it wasn't, but it is. Whatever. I've talked about this. What was I saying? She sees them and then she's like, oh, I'm a Skywalker, I guess. Makes no sense. It makes no sense. Is she saying that because she's like, oh, because I'm connected to you guys, I'm a Skywalker? Because that's my identity? Because she's been asked this whole time. She's like, who are you? Who are you? No, who are you really? Like, what's your family name? So it in the moment, as I was watching it, it makes sense for her to say Palpatine at this moment because she's connecting not with Palpatine but with her parents, her actual parents. That makes sense for me. Then she says Skywalker. I'm like, oh, okay, it's not about her parents. It's about like her identity and stuff. That makes more sense. But also, she's saying that because she liked Kylo Ren, who they treat as a Skywalker, even though his last name is not Skywalker. But like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. This is the meme that lives on from this trilogy. It's like, have you seen all those, like, the things where it's like, oh, sing, like, the things where it's like, sing when you think the guy is hot, where it's like, sing when you see a
Oh
Skywalker, and it's
yeah,
like it's like
I have
C-3PO,
seen that. I have seen that.
R2D2, Luke, Rey, and they're like, no, not Rey. So now you get it. Now you get the
Yeah,
memes.
I thought that was because people were like, oh, people thought that she was in the first two. Whatever, it's whatever. I don't like it's stupid. This whole movie is stupid,
All
start
right, let
to
let's hear your
finish.
bits. Let's hear it.
I have a lot of bits that just are like funny to write down that are not actually bits. Somehow, my very first one, I have my very. I also here's my very first thing I wrote is somehow Palpatine has returned? Question mark? Question mark? Question. The scene where Poe says this is my least favorite scene of the entire movie. It's so bad. They're like, somehow Palpatine has returned. He must have been in charge the whole time. Well, oh yes, I let me have some exposition to say aloud too. Oh my goodness, reaction, voice, the description of things that are happening. Like it's such a bad scene. The movie has a written scene and as individual pieces of dialogue, and it's stupid and I hate it. And they do a lot of speaking aloud, like describing things that are happening or doing a thing that happens. Oh my gosh, she's the spy. And instead of like reacting to it or like treating everything, they just have like the characters be like, "Oh no," and then they move on.
Yeah.
That is not how you resolve a scene. That's not how
My
it works.
my least favorite bit of dialogue in this movie is when they're all on the speeders trying to get away and there's some
He can fly
stormtroopers following
now.
them. Yeah, when they all say, "They fly now? They fly now."
Terrible. That's literally that. It sounds like, oh, it is the writer's fault for
Mm,
sure. But it's like,
mm.
oh, what if they fly? Oh, what? How are? have they always flown? Is this whatever? Oh, they can fly now. Nah, but can we? They just fly now. They just fly now. It seems like somebody paid to have that in there, and they just had like couldn't figure a way to smush it in.
Hmm. Which, by the way, they've been flying. They they've been flying
But
since the Clone
they
Wars.
ain't been flying that fast though. That fast?
They
As fast as a speeder? They've been
they've been
flying
flying in
average
the
fast.
prequels, but not in the original.
Yeah, I'll agree. I just hate that scene. Um, okay, how do they keep finding the things that know where the things are, but not the actual things? This is applicable to this movie and the last movie. There are supposed to be two planets that nobody has been to in a long, long time, but they know where the map is to get there, but they know where the wayfinder is to get there. Oh, but they don't really. So how did they figure that out? The guy who tells they're like, we have a spy. Somebody told the rebellion that Palpatine is real. How do they know? They don't know where he is. I don't understand. How do you know where something is when you don't know where something is? Stupid. The next note I have is let's speak about the exposition. They do this. They do this a lot where they're like, something is happening. Let's tell the audience physically what's going on. Oh, what's going on? This is going on. Oh, who's that? That is this person. Like, it's so stupid when I say it out loud because you're like, oh, that's what it shouldn't be that. You should show them. You should not tell them. Terrible. Um, okay. I did not realize the name of the planet until like the very, very end of watching this. So it's called several things in the notes. And the first thing I have written is why is Luke searching for lexicon? What is the planet's name? uh, it's not lexicon. It's
I think it's
something else.
Exegol.
Exegol,
I think so. I think that's what
whatever.
it was.
Yeah, why was he looking for that? When was he looking for that? Why was he with Lando? Wasn't he in exile? I don't understand. Why did he keep the books when he got rid of all the Jedi stuff, including the stuff that he wrote? But he kept the book about the Sith stuff. Whatever. Because Rey has the book. She shows them the book. She has it on her person. Whatever. Um, Rey goes on a mission, and they're like, "Yeah, we're coming too." And she's like, "No, it's too dangerous. No, you can't." They just got back from a suicide mission. They've been doing dangerous missions the whole time. And also, I feel like if you take out all of the hugs in this movie, like when they hug each other, it doesn't read at all like Rey cares for anybody in the rebellion minus the Skywalkers. They have several group hugs, but if you take those out, they're like not even friends. So why
I
does she
see it.
care?
I see it.
C3PO goes on the mission, but R2D2 doesn't.
Mm.
Who decided this? R2D2 goes on all the missions. Whatever. They made C3PO the butt of every single joke through like the mission segment, which like I know it's like when people do like sequels upon sequels and like the characters and like the jokes just get like exaggerated and exaggerated. That's what's happening because they do that in the other stuff, but they're just like blowing it up more. And also they don't know how to write, so that's all they got. I didn't like any of that. Uh, Although I will say I liked exactly like probably three lines of this movie, and one of them is when he's like, I wonder if I have it written down. Hold on. Hmm. Oh, I can't remember his name. What's the little guy's name?
Babu Frick.
Babu Frick. When C3PO is talking to the horse lady, she's like, "We heard from Babu Frick," and he's like, "Babu Frick, that's one of my oldest friends." That is a good line. All of the other ones are bad. Every single that one is the only good one. And it's not even that good. It's just like Adequate. I did think that, like, do you agree? Like,
No, that one was good.
that is funny. Whatever. They have this awful goodbye scene. Cutting back before they actually leave, they have this awful goodbye scene where like everybody who's in charge at the rebellion just like has a big group hug, and they're trying to reinstate this like Rey Leia connection that just doesn't. It's not. It's not working. I don't get it. It's there's no emotions next to it. It's just like my force friend, my force buddy, group hug. Hate it. There's a lot of comedy in this movie that's like in both the last I'm in this see the trilogy, this trilogy. In the first one, only Poe does this kind of comedy. In the second one, it's only Poe and Finn, and in the third one, everybody kind of does this where it's like they make little comments or they throw in jokes that are like I don't want to say non-appropriate, but it's like when I'm trying to think of an example because there were so many when I don't know when Kylo Ren jumps on something and it's like a serious scene and it's in the middle of two serious scenes and he jumps on something and he's like, oh my god, this is not a great example. I couldn't think of it's mostly the other characters doing it. They're just like make jokes or things or whatever. And, oh, when they find out Poe is uh, I was about to say speed when he's a spice seller, and they're like, "Oh, spice, sell me some spice." This what like stupid. I don't like. You could
What
have
about
reactions to that, but it's
what what about when Rey transfers the lightsaber to Kylo through their connection or whatever? Kylo pulls it out and
he
he
looks
does
at it,
the
he's
like
like, "Nope, hate that. Not a fan. Not a fan. Could not." I that qualifies as the stuff I don't like. Uh, you can have comedy. The prequels have comedy. The originals even have a little comedy. There's it's mostly the prequels, but like this movie, especially this movie, does it terribly, and I don't like it. Um, this is another. Every time they said something, they were like, "Let's speak the exposition," or "Let's just explain away stuff by having them state that it exists." It's the "Oh, they fly now" is what I've written down. Nobody wanted to tell Anakin that there's force healing.
Oh yes,
He
I did
killed
make note that.
he killed all of the Jedi. Nobody told him.
You can just heal anybody you want now.
Nobody told him. I mean, in my mind, I'm like, oh, if I was Yoda, I wouldn't tell him because it's like he's meant to not he's meant to detach himself. He's not meant to like keep her there. But also, if I thought that he was going to join the dark side and kill all of the Jedi, I might have told him. I think
Mm,
Obi-Wan would have, if Obi-Wan had known, he would have told him.
mm.
Maybe Obi-Wan didn't know. That's what I have to think. Then back to the Anakin built C-3PO to follow all Senate law, and also Senate law still says that you can't read Sith, even though Sith has been in charge for the last, what, 30, 40 years? How long of a time span? It's like 30 years, right?
I have no idea.
Whatever. It's a long time.
Wait,
Uh,
from like episode one?
from episode 3.
Oh. It's long from episode 3 to episode 9.
Yeah.
It's how old is Luke? Older.
Oh, you're right, you're right.
Mm,
So, a very long time, and Sith is still outlawed to
mm,
read. Also, Sith is a language?
apparently.
Uh, okay. Um, this is the fourth time I have written if this mission fails, it'll all be for nothing. Because they say it a lot. And actually, if this mission fails, you were exactly where you were last week. It's the same thing. Nothing you've accomplished nothing. And I think because of this, that's why they say it so much. Because they're like, we have to make sure that they know it's the same thing where they're like, let's tell them that the stakes are high, rather than showing them, rather than proving them. That's just the stakes are so high. This whole movie was so. awful. And what the like, you just you don't like any of the characters. Even if you do like any of the characters, you don't make any connections. You don't care about the losses. So many people die and come back, and like things are, oh, this mission is everything, but it actually doesn't matter. Or this mission is everything, and then they fail and they fix it. Like, it doesn't matter because it doesn't matter because you keep failing and bringing it back, so it doesn't matter. What else we got? What else we got? This was driving the pointy Tie Fighter right at. He was driving on the sand towards Ray. To do what? If he was gonna kill her, he could have shot her from very very far away. What was he trying to do? I don't know. What was she trying to do? I don't know. Just cut it in half, and then he popped out, and then I don't know. I don't even know. They just needed an excuse for her to use the lightning,
Mm.
and they wrote 20 minutes around it. This stupid movie. What else we got? They're both fighting for the same thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And because he has the triangle, he doesn't need the triangle that's in the thing. So instead of grabbing it, they're both pulling it towards themselves. He could have just pulled it the same way she was pulling it, and it would have fell into the ground and exploded anyway. Much easier. What else is there? This is another example of there's exactly one guy in the whole galaxy we need, and he's on the planet I'm not allowed on.
Mm-hmm.
Frequently happens in this trilogy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they don't need that one guy. It was not even that big of a problem, to be honest. She helped them. What else we got? The extra droid. The second I seen it, I was like, oh, they need to sell more merch. Let's bring in a new droid. I know what was his name. I don't even know. I don't even care because it doesn't matter because none of the characters freaking matter in this movie. What else we have? What else we have? So when they're like, "Oh, we can read it, but it'll destroy his memory," for like 3 seconds, they were like, oh, "No, can't destroy his memory," and then they were like, "Yeah, okay, fine, let's do it. It's fine, whatever." Uh, it didn't matter because they did have his memory backed up, but also they were like, "That's terrible," and they got over it. I just think it doesn't match up. This is the sixth time I have. If this mission fails, it's backwards when you read it. Can you read this?
I can read it.
This is the sixth time it says if this mission fails, it'll all be for nothing. Because it was probably the sixth or seventh time they said it. Um, Ray remembers the ship, exactly the ship, because there's only one ship like that in the whole galaxy, apparently. Uh, Whatever. Oh, question. Okay, so the ship that she remembers is the ship that Palpatine's boy, guy, man, hitman, whatever, guy to that shit. Okay, Palpatine sends a guy to go get Rey. Rey's parents go to Jakku to keep her there. She sees them leaving a ship that is the ship that he has. Also, Finn says this, but I don't know who he's talking to or where he gets this information because I forgot because this movie sucks. Is he's talking about how, oh, he was going to Palpatine's planet because he was taking a girl from Jakku to Palpatine. But she was not on that ship. Do you get what I'm saying, though? It's like they're trying to put information places, but they
I
don't
see.
have
I
it.
see
They
where
don't. They
you're
don't. They
saying.
don't. That doesn't make sense. Oh, the girlfriend, Poe's girlfriend, has been on this planet for years, right? Doesn't like being on this planet. This planet sucks. She has a way off this planet that apparently is like priceless. She gives it to Poe. She was gonna kill him. She was gonna kill him on the street, and she gives it to Poe for nothing. They do use it, but also like they were gonna do it without it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. Yep.
stupid. I don't understand. I don't understand. This is another Ray walking away for no reason. Lots of those. More people dying and coming back. Okay, there's a flashback where Palpatine's parents, or Palpatine's Ray's parents, are talking to some Imperial guy, and she's like, "She's not on Jakku. She's not there. They never looked there. They totally believed them.
Yeah. Yeah.
They say Jakku. She's not there. Didn't even you didn't even look." Um, yeah, this is when they realized what's his face was a spy. I feel like every movie they treat like they're completely new characters who have done like like he would never be the spy, and he
Hmm.
can't be the spy. It makes no sense. And also, he wouldn't be the spy that way. And also, he wouldn't get like it's all just like makes no sense. Also, there
Yeah.
is no need for a spy in the first place. Makes no sense. This is more of everyone stating facts and everyone being like, gasp! Not a fact! No! Not a thing. Whatever. They kept using the word dyad, like that means something. It means two things. I don't. It sounds like something like the writers learned recently, and they were like, "Hey, let's put like word of the day. Let's throw that in there."
Mm.
They don't explain it well enough at all. They reuse the same lines over and over. Now I'm just stating things I dislike about this movie. It's not even like things I've written down. It's just like they reuse lines so much in this movie from both from this movie and from other movies. And I get
Mm.
it when you reuse the lines from other movies. It's like a callback, and the audience gets happy and all this stuff, and you're like, wow. But I didn't like it, and
Mm.
most of the time it makes no sense. Some of the times it makes sense. Uh, some of most of it doesn't make sense. When Kylo throws his lightsaber into the water, before that he says the same quote he does when he kills Han Solo. This is the whole scene. The reason he's having a memory of him, the reason he's like, is so he can say that line, and that's a stupid way to write a scene. Yeah, I just dislike so many things about this. This one says I appreciate that they just shot Mr. Spy. That's very Emperor. Like, oh, we found him, killed him, keep going. That's good, right?
Hmm.
The only time in this movie when killing off somebody and it worked. Every time, all the other times when people died, it didn't matter. When people came back to life, it didn't matter. When people did anything else, it didn't matter. Um, okay, they use the knife, like Goonies, to like point out the architecture of where you should go.
Hmm.
Number one, it doesn't actually tell you where you should go. It just lines up. Number two, um, the place is like broken. The place is weathered down. The
Mm.
you have to. It's matched up to the broken parts.
Mm.
So if any other things had broken in the time between when they made the knife and when they got there, it wouldn't have worked.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Ray keeps walking away during stuff. I have Kylo Ren's making some weird faces in whatever scene I wrote this, but I actually couldn't tell you when that is. What else we got? Uh, some hobbits. Uh, I don't know. I just really didn't. I have so many more notes, and they're all just. I just hate this movie. Since you went
Okay.
with Leia, yeah, I should look at these and think for like I don't even know, man. You got any
It's
thoughts while I find some good ones?
safe to say not Becca's favorite.
No.
I do think I think I don't know which one. After watching them, I would say that this one is probably the least good out of the sequels, but the
For
way you
sure.
described the last one just, I don't know, maybe makes me think maybe that one's the worst.
I'm telling you, this one is more bad.
This one
Here's
this one has a lot.
the I can't even describe it in the way that I want to. I have so many of these are like reworded where it's like, what was the point of this? What's going on here? What was the point? That makes no sense. What was the point?
Mhm.
There's like 80 of them. But like that makes no sense. That makes no sense. I don't know.
Yeah.
You've lost me. They do a lot of callbacks, and I know you love a callback, and I like a callback maybe a little bit less. Like I want it to be like that, like special, like little, like Uh, they had so many of them in this movies, and like it was cameos, it was callbacks, it was reused lines, it was reused setups, it was going back to places they didn't need to, or that I'm like, I don't know, it doesn't make sense. Yeah, that's all my thoughts actually.
Well, what what a wild ride. I have
Yeah,
enjoyed it, and I gotta get you to watch more movies that you dislike because these are great. These are great for me.
it just the whole movie makes no sense and was
Mm.
written poorly,
I'm
and the
telling you,
budget was
this
so high.
this is why we have to watch Twilight.
That we have to watch Twilight, one of those like live ones where I can
Yes.
pause it and then do a rant and then play it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We have to. We have to. It's on the bucket list, you guys. It will be done eventually. But for now, who knows what's next? Not even me.
We're done with. I was gonna say we're done with Star Wars, but I guess we can talk about Andor.
Yeah, you guys, Becca and our dad are very close to finishing Andor. So, and I have been waiting. I've been waiting to talk to them about it. So, perhaps maybe there will be an Andor episode
Perhaps
featuring our dad. Let's see. We'll see.
we'll see.
All right. Is that it?
That's it for me.
Oh, I enjoyed this, and I cannot wait for the next one, Becca.
Alrighty.
All right, toodles, toodaloo.
Adios.